Hi everybody, welcome to CarolJo's. I am Carol, the owner and creator of the items that you find out on CarolJo's.com. And CarolJo's is an online accessory and jewelry business for women. All right, I am just going to pull up, I cannot talk again tonight. I am going to pull up my backup account so I can see comments. I am live tonight on both TikTok and on YouTube. So if you guys on TikTok tonight, can you guys, hi Sour Rose, hi Joya, go ahead, share out the live right away. Also, if you can tap that screen and get to 10K on the likes and then 10 shares right away, we will do our giveaway. I'm just going to bring up my backup account. All right. There we go. Hi, Jade. All right. So we do all kinds of things here on my lives. We do 2 times a week. We do tutorials. 2 times a week. We do chats. Tuesday nights we sell beads. Friday afternoons we sell jewelry. Friday nights I will do either jewelry or beads. This week will be beads. So far I've got 60 items ready for tomorrow night, and I will be working on getting some more ready for tomorrow so that we can have more than just the 60. I do have, Jay, just to let you know, I do have one of the silver chains done. I have 2 more that I want to get ready. So I want to have a total of 3 different chain options for you. So I'm working on it. So tonight is tutorial night. And I gotta grab something here. I gotta grab my bead mat. Well, the one chain that I've done so far, I have 25 packages of 1 meter. So I'm hoping that I'll have just as much on all the others, but I have to see, because we had done these chains before, 2 of them. And so there's not the whole entire, they come with 50 meters on a roll. Thank you, Grammy Nana, for the heart me. I appreciate that. So tonight we are going to make what I called, yes I am. I am doing a class for Zuli's workshop. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But tonight we are going to do cluster earrings. Thank you, Rose, for the lightning bolts. I made a pair earlier today to kind of show you guys what I mean by cluster earrings. So they're going to be just earrings that look like this. They don't have to look exactly like this. What I want to teach you guys tonight is the premise of how to make them. And then you guys can change it up and do whatever you want for beads in there, how you want to create each one of the dangles that's part of this. So I'm going to bring these really close here. I'm going to bring one of them here on TikTok first. And then I'm going to go over here to YouTube. And do you see how you have just different shapes, sizes of the glass pearl? And then I took silver plated 8 millimeters, and I have white glass. So they're just different types of beads. You can use whatever kind of bead you want on them. What I would say is, because they are earrings, thank you, Jade, for the 2024. You don't want them to be really heavy when you get the cluster going. So I know we've been talking about, some of you have said, I don't want to buy acrylic beads. I need to stay away from them. When you're doing a cluster for an earring like this, sometimes those acrylics really, the ones that look higher end, I will say, that's when I would go to the higher end acrylics when you're doing a cluster. You can make them big and long if you want. You can do it however you want. Hi, Chris. So it's really truly all about what kind of beads do you want to put in there. Hi, Rhonda. And such. So just to let you know, that is really what we're going to be doing here. So to do that, for tools tonight, I'm going to use 2 flat nose or chain nose pliers. I am, of all things, this is the looper. We're going to use the looper tonight to do these. And then I always have my round nose, even though we've got the looper tool. Sometimes the looper doesn't get it snug. So I will use this to make it snug. So you're not going to really work with this. You're just going to like finish it off and polish it off. So that's what you need. You're not going to need cutters because the looper will cut for you. So those are the tools that you will need. I will tell you right now, I cannot get the looper in as a tool to sell on my lives. They are sold by the company that makes them, and they have their distributors. I'm not one of them, and I'm not planning to become one of them. So if you want the looper, you can go to any of the craft stores and purchase them there. You can go on Amazon and search for it and purchase it there. There are other like Fire Mountain, you can get them there. So I'm just letting you know, I'm not going to sell the looper, everybody. And the looper comes in different sizes. The one I'm using tonight, as you can see in the backwards way, it's 1.5 millimeter. There is like a 2.25 and a 3.5, I believe. There's just different sizes. I happen just to use the 1.5. Okay, Etsy has the looper also. They're telling us over here on TikTok. So you'll be able to find them somewhere. But that is really, truly, I just want to let you guys know, I'm not going to sell these. So I do have always on hand, because when I sit in front of the TV and my husband's like, I want you to sit with me, I can't just sit. I have to be doing something with beading or reading a book, or, you know, I can't just sit there and watch the types of movies he watches nonstop. I just can't do it. So what I do is that I take the most common beads that I'm going to use in like these type of clusters, or when I'm making things that I want to have a dangle, and I make up little bags of 4 millimeter size beads. So those have already been completed. I mean, I've got the silver plated 4 millimeter. We have that white glass that we saw earlier. I have a black with rainbow on it, or the AB. I have round faceted 4 millimeter black. I have just round clear, and I'm almost out of those, so I need to do some more of those. And then I have a black bicone that is silver on one side. So just something that, you know, you might use a lot of when you're making these types of things. If you're just sitting there, you can do those up really quick with the looper and just have them on hand. I actually, you guys probably haven't noticed it, they sit over on my shelf over here off to the side. But I keep those. So that, the small ones, I'm not going to be doing tonight in our tutorial. Hi, Ruby. It is going to be, the ones that I'm going to show you the looper on will be our focal beads. Like in here, that blue glass pearl is what I will show. And it just speeds it along when you're making them. If you're going to be doing these and you're doing things in bulk, that is where we go in and try to save time by doing a big bag of these and having them on hand. So if you're someone that, you know, when you buy them, if you bought an entire strand and you knew you were going to do that with, just sit down and do up the strand, put it in a bag or in a container so they're available when you need them. That's my tip on that, okay? So we're going to get started with our first pair of these. And I know what I wanted to do, and I forgot to grab them before that. So those of you that were on last night, and we opened up the bag of beads that I had gotten in my bead order, I was thinking some of those beads I think would be really cool in these clusters. So I'm going to go grab them because they're sitting over here. Okay, so I'm going to use these first. These are a resin bead. They're blue and black, and then they're also like a silver color in there. So I figured if you would make a cluster with these, they're really lightweight. I'm hoping they turn out cool. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to point the camera down. So we're going to need all the different types of beads that you're going to want. I forgot to go over our list of what you're going to need for supplies. So you're going to need beads, whatever beads you want. And let me see if I can pin your comment. Let me try that, Denise. Pin this comment. There we go. I got it to pin. Woohoo! I don't have moderators, but my backup account is my moderator. So I got it. So we'll need the beads. We will also need 10mm jump rings. And then you will need whatever type of earring you want to put them on. Oh, you poor thing. I'm just going to use the fish wire earrings. And then you're going to need head pins. So I'm just grabbing a amount of head pins here. So I'm going to put down, both for TikTok and for YouTube, the camera's down onto my mat so you can see what I'm doing. So here we go. There's one. And here's the other. All right. You guys can see my bead mat? I'm going to look over here. All right. I am going to make... Yep, that'll work. All right. I'm not putting any beads on the top or the bottom of these. I am literally just putting that bead on the head pin. And that was blurry for you on TikTok. Sorry, let's see if we can get that not so blurry. There we go. Literally just going to put that on there. And I don't know how many I'm going to do, so I'm just going to do up a few. And once again, I do odd numbers. If you noticed on our example one, I'm going to show you here. I did 1 of the 12mm, 2 of the 10, and 2 of the 6. That gave us our 5. The clusters in between are 2 white and one silver plated. So everything is an odd number when I made those. We are going to be making these cluster earrings tonight. Thank you, Forever Beading, for the follow. So that is what we're going to be making. All right. And we're using our looper tool. So those of you that have a hard time doing them with the technique that I normally teach, you can do it with this. I'm okay with doing the looper for earrings because they're not as hard on them. Thank you, Diane, for the follow. And thank you, Maria, for the follow. If anybody else followed and I didn't say thank you, just know I really do appreciate you. So what you do, I'm going to show you here. You put that in there and it goes through and there's a hole on that side that you're going to put that through. I'm going to show you over here on YouTube. Just let me get that head pin back on. So you're going to slide that through. See how that goes through that hole? And then the looper is almost too big for my hand, but I do have a small hand. So you're going to want to just push the bead up to the edge of the metal of the looper. Do not go any further past that. Don't go closer to this circle because you want to give enough room to make that circle with your wire. So I always just line it up with the edge of my looper. Hope you guys can see where I'm talking about with the edge of the looper. And then you just squeeze it together. And I point the tail that's going to come off down. And see, now it came around this way. And you see how it's just sitting there around that circle part? I always pull that back towards me just a little bit. The reason why I do that is then you've got a circle and it's not straight up. So you see there where you got a circle and it's not straight up. If you don't pull it back, it will literally go straight up and then do your circle. And also, can you guys see on here where, let me see if I can get that to show a little bit better here for you guys. There is a little bit of a gap here. I don't want that gap because I don't want this to come off of my jump ring that I'm going to be putting this on. And that's why I said I will bring in my round nose and bring it together. And that's literally where I just take my round nose pliers and I put this on the top. I don't know why I always just put it on top, but I do. And I bring it back down. And I make sure my end of my metal in that loop is touching the wire on the other side. So that it closes itself up and it's not going to fall off. And it's not 100% like what I want. There we go. And you just fiddle with it. Yep, I've got 5 of them here. I'm going to show you. We got 1 down, 4 more to go. I'm just going to take my time with this so that you guys can see. Once again, you put your bead in there, right up to that metal bar here on this side. Don't go like this and push it past that. You see where I've got past it? Don't do that. Just line it up with that. Then take your hand and you're going to squeeze it together, but point this end down so that your piece that's going to come off goes to your bead mat and doesn't come flying at your face. Then once you're like this, pull it back towards you. So there, you can see where we got that in there. I'll show you guys next. And so there you are. You do have a little bit of a gap here, but I would rather have that gap than it be so tight, or that, because I have broke glass beads by doing it too tight. So I am okay with the gap. And with these cluster earrings, it is okay to have them with a little bit of length. So once again, we're going to put this on there. I'm going to show these guys over here first. Line that up. Then we're going to squeeze it by going down. And then you're going to bend this towards you. And then you have that. And you can see there's going to be a little bit of a gap in this one. I'm going to use my round nose and bring that here. We're going to keep doing that. We have 2 more to go for this. I think I'm going to put 5 on here, but I'm not sure. Oh, well now hopefully, Rose, you're going to be able to figure out how to use it and do this type of thing with it. And you can do these clusters on a necklace. You can do them on bracelets. I just wouldn't use large beads when you're doing it on a bracelet. That's my preference. But literally, you can do any type of bead and create these clusters and create jewelry. I'm just doing them on earrings tonight. All right, so I have 5 of them done here. And then I was thinking the silver and black in between them. Thank you, Candy, for the follow. I can't see because you guys are pointing down if you followed. So that's why I said if I didn't say thank you, I'm not trying to be rude. I just can't see it. And they don't show up on my backup account. All right, I'm going to do 2 silver, I think, in between. And then I'm going to do the faceted round circle. In between. I lay these out just so that I've got it all ready, because when I go to put this together, I just go. So what I do is I have my 10mm jump ring. You can use whatever size you want. I just like the size of the 10mm. Open up your jump ring by going 1 away from you and 1 towards you with your pliers, and then start putting these on how you have them laid out. So I'm going focal bead, silver, black, silver, focal, and just repeating that. I need the silver first. And we're going to fill up that circle of this 10mm jump ring. And the one thing when I was making the examples, you're going to want to turn your tool kind of to the side, because if you keep it like this, they'll start falling off this way. So go this way. All right. Thanks, Joya, for letting me know about the goal. I will do our giveaway in just a second here. You guys are awesome. I'm going to get this one done. And then see, there's where it's all filled in. You see where it's still open? Just take your earring and put it in there. And then shut it up. And there is our first cluster with these. And they will just move around as you wear them. I'm liking those beads. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. We're going to do Alexa, pick a number between 25 and 40. It's 30. Okay. The 30th person who does hashtag FYP comment will win jewelry. And I'm going to put you guys up while we do this giveaway. All right. So hashtag FYP, 30th person to comment is going to win jewelry tonight. Just going to let some comments come in and then I'll count backwards. Whoop. Really what I wanted to say is go back and count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, hold on, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 is Taters Glitz and Glam. I was going to say, that's a new name tonight. Congratulations. So how I do my giveaways, just for those of you that are new, if you would go to that CJS logo at the top, then you'll get to the CJS logo down below, and then you'll get to my bio. In my bio, there's a link tree hyperlink. Tap on it. The first one is address information for live events. If you, Taters Glitz and Glam, can you please go fill that out? That way I have your address so that I can mail them to you. You're very welcome. Now let's see what the jewelry is. I just have a container and I grab out is how I do it. Ooh, we have a long necklace tonight. It is this one. I'm trying to get the tag off. There we go. There we go. It is a long necklace with a tassel with that bead there. So you've got shades of orange. So that is what I will be sending to you, Tater. Yeah, so, you know, even these here on this style of necklace, you can use that big looper to add the bead to the end of the chain. So that's another necklace that you can use the looper on. This is my personal thing with the looper is I don't do heavy beads with it, just lighter beads. I'm glad you love it. Thank you. And thank you for coming in. And I've noticed we had some new people come in. So, and I don't know if you were there at the very beginning of my live. I teach different things. I do not sell the loopers. I teach twice a week. Different things. Tonight is these cluster earrings. We're going to make the second one of this one here in a moment. We also make, what else did we do this week? Why am I forgetting what we did earlier this week? But we do 2 tutorials every week. And then we do 2 chat nights where you can ask all kinds of questions. I sell beads on Tuesday nights, and then I sell jewelry on Friday afternoons. And then Friday nights, I go back and forth between beads and jewelry. Tomorrow night will be beads. I go live at 8 p.m. Central, Monday through Thursday. And I go live somewhere after 12:30 throughout the day on Fridays. And then Saturday is usually between 10 and 2 Central. So you can buy the loopers from any of the craft stores like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's. You can get them on Amazon. Someone said that they're even on Etsy. You can just Google it and you will find it. There are lots of places that you can purchase them. There are different sizes. I'm using the 1.5 big looper today. That's the size I'm using today. I have 2 different sizes and I prefer this size. All right. So we're going to make that second earring. So I'm going to put you guys back down. And if we get to, you're welcome. If we get to 20K on the likes, then we can go ahead and we will do another jewelry giveaway. So once again, I have a bent one. I just need to get my straightener, and I do not have mine up here. Earlier today, I was straightening these out with the small one. That small one that I got in the order yesterday that I'm like, yeah, no way. Am I ordering these, the nylon pliers for you guys at this size? I got to find a supplier of them where they're bigger. They work okay. It's just, it's really hard with, and I have small hands. So I'm going to straighten some of these out. I get the head pins when I get them in, and they are not straight. And I straighten them out for you guys before we sell them. As y'all know, we talk about it. So when I bought my loopers, there was a company that is based on the West Coast, like either in Spokane or Seattle or Portland area, you know, up in the northwest part of the United States. And they had a 50% off of an order day. And I bought both of the loopers from them on the 50% off. So then I got 2 of them for the price of 1. All right, we're going to do the looper again. So we got the looper. We're going to go in, put it in there. Just settle it right on top of that bar of the big looper, and then turn that down, and then squish it together and pull it towards you. Then you're going to close up your little hole, because there will be a little hole. And the reason why there's a little hole every time is because I bent it towards me. But that makes that circle better. It just gives it a more polished look. You can play around and do whatever you want, but that's what I do. So we're going to do the 5 of these, because we're going to have the other beads are already done, because I do those literally. I will sit and do like 100 of these while watching a movie with my husband. You guys are going to town on the likes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Then I got the blacks out here still. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. These can go back in the container. And then I need my silvers. Some of them have space and some don't. I am from South Dakota. And one of my goals this year, just to let everybody know, is I would love to sell, and it doesn't have to be jewelry, and it doesn't have to be just beads. It's a combination of both. But I would love to sell in all 50 states this year. So if you are someone that's new, can you share us out to different states of your friends so that we have the potential that I can get it? Oh, you're from North Dakota. Cool. So yes, so I am actually, since you know the area probably, I actually live not in Sioux Falls, but near Sioux Falls. Oh, thank you for the heart me. All right, so I opened up my 10 millimeter jump ring, and I am going to add my beads in the order. We've got the focal bead, silver 4 millimeter, black 4 millimeter that is a faceted round, the silver. We're going to repeat that pattern 5 times. You don't have to repeat the pattern. You can do whatever you want to make these clusters. Yep, there is that space, but when you're doing these clusters, I don't mind it, if that makes sense at all, because it gives you, because the space is not always equal, and we have the clusters, they stagger, so it gives it a fuller, and you can see more of the items. Does that make sense? So that's why I said I would do this type of a technique with them. Once again, I keep having to turn my jump ring so that things don't fall off of the one edge. And then grab your earring wire that you're going to use it on and just then shut your jump ring. Whoa, shnikey butt. Holy Nana. I dropped my, hold on, I've got them all right here. That's not going to be bead soup, anybody. Okay, we got that one. I just might have to get, oh, nope, the earring's even here. That's funny. Everything is here. I didn't have to look for anything. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Now we're going to try it again. Close that up. There we go. We got it this time. Woo! There is the second one. So I'm going to take this one off and then I'll put them both up here so you can see both of them. And see how the circle is that way. Now, I don't know. It might have been Snikey Butt. So, with these, when you wear these, I'm going to bring this up so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say here. I don't swear a whole lot. My husband takes care of that for us in our family. And I don't wear dangles. So just imagine, when you're going to wear these, the circle is going to be to the front. If you're someone that doesn't want that big circle to the front, but you want the side view to have it, what you would do is instead of putting your fish hook wire here right away, you would put, oh, yeah, that's okay. You guys can do that. You can take and grab even this small, this one is like a 3mm, I think it is, jump ring. I'm going to hold it with the pliers because it's really small. So you can take a small one. Put that on that jump ring and then put the earring, open your earring wire and put it on here. The reason then is that that is then going to switch it so that this will be sideways and you will get the side view of it. So you can put that on either way of whatever your preference is, but it gives you the option if you just by adding one small jump ring will truly change the look of your earring. So, I mean, literally, it's just the smallest jump ring you can find will work. It doesn't give it that big bulky like space between the earring and your, like the earring wire and your work that you've created, but it just turns it. And that's what I do. Thank you, Grammy, for the rose. So yeah, so that's how I do. So sometimes I will do these this way and do it, turn it. I was going to do one that way. I'm going to get a different color than these. I really like these little beads. Hey, did we get to 20K? You guys are awesome. You did that in like 10 minutes. Okay. So we're going to do, let's do numbers this time. Or no, we haven't done a color in a while. Let's do color. Let me figure out what color I want. Okay, I wrote down the color. In the chat, go ahead and put all different types of colors. Whoever gets it first is going to win a piece of jewelry. So all different colors. And we'll see who the first one is that I see. I had to go back in comments for, so now I'm going forward for a little bit until it decides it needs to like catch up with the comments and then it takes off on me. But I still haven't seen it yet. And I did a specific color. So I say some of you are really close. It's just a tint off. We are making cluster earrings. We're going to do another one as soon as we get the color. Joya, your answer cracked me up. Okay, I will tell you, it's in the green family. Because it was funny, because someone said, it's green. I'm like, it's in the green family. At least to me, it's in the green family. The color chart. Oh, Lord, Taters, you did it again. It's mint. Taters, you won again. Congratulations. Congrats. Don't give up. Oh, and army green, you're going to laugh at that, but I love olive green. It is one of my favorite greens. When we talk about green, I love greens. All right. Okay, I have a question. Do you have pierced ears or have a littles that has pierced ears, Taters? Because the thing I grabbed was earrings. That one was the one that was like, woo. It was mint, Steph. Mint green. So I'm waiting to find out with Taters if her comment can come through. If she has her ears pierced or has a little with ears pierced, because it might be littles on these. So I'll show you what they are. They are little gummy bear earrings is what I grabbed. Are you okay with these? All right, gotcha. If you're all right with those, yes, okay. I will send those to you. See, okay, so those of you who are new, Jade, she's Nirvana child. She usually wins. She is just lucky. Very, very lucky. And so she usually wins multiple times. So now someone else won multiple times. You're welcome. Now they're not going to, she always says, you guys are going to come for me. No, we all have good fun here. All right, I'm going to grab a different color than this one for our next pair. I want to use those same beads, but in a different color. I'm going to use this color because I want to think about, we should be thinking about spring colors. Oh, I probably shouldn't be sitting on my leg. Oops, sorry, I moved the tables. Yes, she does. So I am going to do this color here. So we're going to do a bead that is the hot pink, peach, and then there's a creamy color in this one. See if we can get that to focus. So that is the bead that we're going to use now. These are the resin beads that I got in my bead order yesterday. I think she needs to do the lottery. I was going to say, do all the states have the lottery or not? I have no idea. She tried. It didn't work. It just works here. So, now with this one, I got to think about where those beads are going to be. I want a different color than black or white with this one. So I'm going to try for, ooh, a totally different shape. I am going to use these as my in-between spacers. If we get to 30K, like always, if we get to 30K, we will do another one. Yes, I would agree. Very few winners come from the state of South Dakota. I play every once in a while. But, yeah. We don't have very many winners from here. I'm going to push it down here in just a second, so you guys can see what I'm doing. There. Straightening my head pins. And I know you guys asked me about bead caps. I have some of my beads just sitting up on a shelf over here. And of all quirkiness, there are bead caps in there. There is both gunmetal and silver. There isn't very many gunmetal. So I can bring those out on a live here sometime in the near future. Oh, I think I'm going to like that. Okay. So what we have is we have the resin bead, that multicolored resin bead, and then I have a what we've deemed called champagne, very light beige rondelle. And that's all I think I want to do with these. And we're going to turn this one on the side like we talked about in the last one. Okay. So I'm just going to do these beads because I'm not going to use some of them that I pre-did, so I got to do all of them. So just give me a moment to sit here and do this part where we're just going to use our looper. And what we do with the looper, we just stick it in there, line our bead up against that metal, and then just pinch it around and then push it back a little bit. I'm just going to do them. This is like literally when I do a whole entire bunch of them, I literally do it this way, where I just go through all of them at once. And then what I do is then I will pick them up one at a time and fix the hole. So I'm not having to pick up different tools. I was going to say, you come back again, Miss Tater. And I'm saying miss, and I don't know if it's a miss, but I'm just saying it. If you're not, you can tell me. I won't be offended if I got it wrong. I'll apologize. And Jade, are you the tater thrower in that group? Everybody has their thing. That there's a group of us. I wasn't a part of the group. There's a group that has like everybody's back, and they have different things when it comes out in the comments to make sure we got everybody's back. And someone does taters. Yeah, it is Jade. All right. So I've closed up all the holes or the gaps in each one of those. Now I'm going to grab, and I don't know that I'm going to need a 10 millimeter because I have less beads with this one. So I am going to go with an 8 millimeter this time. And we'll see if it fits on there. If it doesn't, we can change it out. But when we had that fuller one, I wanted to have that 8. So I did do 5 of the focal beads and then just 4 of the accent beads. Whoops. Get in there. There we go. I got to turn it because it is trying to come off. And I did not grab a fish wire yet, so hold on. Got to grab that. You don't have to use a fish wire. If you want to use the lever back, you can put the lever back on there. If you wanted to do a post that had a little dangle on it, you could do that. Whoops, hold on. We weren't going to do that. We were going to use the small one. Hold on. I got to get that out. I'm holding it very carefully. I need 2 of those. There we go. Okay. Put that little one on. And this one might be hard to find in the midst of everything, but we're going to try to keep track of that little baby. He's right there. I'm going to grab it with my tool so that I don't lose it. Ah! You guys are going to laugh. I'm right-handed, and I had it in my right hand, but I need my right hand to open this up. I dropped it, but I see it. It's right there. I don't want to lose that little baby. I lost him. Hold on, I got to find him. He is right there. I know what we can do next on the other one to make it so it's not so hard. I'll show you guys in a second. As soon as I can get this one done on the next one, I'll show you what we need to do differently. And it's because the cluster is so full here. Finding that little itty bitty jump ring is not easy when you've had LASIK, like I have. I see you. You're right there. Grabbing you with the tool. Holding you still. Then we're going to put this on there. Yes, I do talk to beads when I do this. I hope somebody else does, and I'm not the only one. There we go. That was a struggle bus, but I got it. So you see how when we put this on here, I'm going to put these 2 on. You see how when you're going to wear this one, it's going to turn it, because I've got it up against there, so it's actually going to lay this way. And you're going to see more of the circle on the side. No, they don't answer. Whereas this one, you see the circle there. If I turn it sideways, you can see the circle there. Kinda. There you can see it. So that is how they do that. Now, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Instead of, we're going to take our wire here, and we're going to open this, and we are going to put that jump ring on before we start building our earring. So then we're just going to put it on. That will make a huge difference, and you won't have the runaway that I had. Okay? We always learn from what we're doing. It's not mistakes. We got to look at it as they weren't mistakes. They were learning experiences. That's what I always say. I just got to get a few more of the head pins ready. And then we're going to make the second one of that second pair of earrings. We are almost to 30K, everybody, on a weeknight. I'm so excited. And you could actually do more than just one bead on a head pin. If you wanted to make a stacked charm like you do when you're doing the longer earrings type scenario, you know, when we've done those, you can do that. You can use bead caps on some of these beads. You can use whatever kind of bead you want, whatever size you want. You get to make it uniquely like you want to make it. So here we go. I'm going to do all of them across with the loop. So we're just using that looper, which is stick the head pin into there and then pull it back. And if you guys have just joined, woohoo, we got it. So there is, you go through this whole entire part and come out that side. When you are putting the head pin in, it really seriously can only go one way. You just put it on and push. And then turn. Just push and then pull that bead towards you to create a circle. And as soon as I get all of these done, but before we finish, close the circles, we will do the giveaway. There we go. All right. I'm going to go up so that you guys cannot. Yeah, I've done that before. I can do it again. I've got next week's schedule already figured out, so it won't be next week, but maybe I will. I'm going to write that down. Maybe we can do it the week after. The glitter bottle that you guys were asking about, this tool is called, where I've set it down, this one, it's called the looper. All right. Hi Diane. So pick a number between 1 and 50, and whoever guesses it first that I see, I will do jewelry giveaway. I will explain where I get the looper after we get done with our game here. So just give us a moment and I will answer your question. And if I forget to answer it, just ask again. Okay, I'm looking through. I scrolled back and I'm looking through. Heidi, you got it. It is 41. So Heidi is the winner. So Miss Heidi, let's see what you're going to win tonight. Let's see. I have a bracelet. And I'm thinking someone else has the other one that's like similar to this one. This one is a multicolored bead that has the red, the blue, greens, and then it's gold-plated beads in between. So that is what you're going to get tonight, Miss Heidi. It is a size extra small, just to let you know. All right. You're welcome. All right. If we still, we're still working here. If we would get to 40K before the end of the night, I will give away one more. Okay, you have the one with the black. Okay, I'm like, we had one similar to it and someone got it. So you guys have sister bracelets. All right, so we are going to, now, I remembered the question, where to buy the looper. You can buy the looper in multiple places. You can buy them at like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's. You can, thank you, Jesse's Creations, for the gifts. I really appreciate that. You can buy them at off of Amazon. You can get them off of Etsy. There are small businesses that do sell them because they have a contract or distribution channel that they can go through. It's the one tool I'm not going to sell because I don't have the connection to do it. I do sell tools, but not that one. All right. You're going to open up your jump ring, one towards you and one away. Oh, thank you, Joya, for reminding me I didn't do that. Yep. Let me do that quick before we do that. Thank you. That's what happens when you do two things at once. So thanks. I appreciate it. Now, I think it was Rachel that was talking about the space. Do you see where there is a space from the top of the loop and then the bead? Here, I'm going to show you here on YouTube. That is space. Oh, thank you very much. Is it Cam Brisboe Boutique for the gift? The heart me. Thank you. And is it Narda Latina Queen? Thank you. Hi. I always struggle with your name. I'm sorry. So there we have, and that's what she was talking about. But when we're doing this style of earring or using it with this way, whereas you see this one doesn't have as much of a space, there's a little bit of the inconsistency on the distance between the top of the bead and the end of the loop. In this style of an earring, or when you're using this style in anything that you're gonna make jewelry, to me, it just adds dimension that they're not all the same. Now, if I were making earrings where I just had the one bead, yes, I would want them to be as close as possible. And you guys know when I use my round nose plier, I have marks on it so that everything is consistent. But this is the one time that I'm like, you know what? It's okay to not be consistent. Thank you, Melissa, for the follow. Oh, thank you for the lightning bolt. And anybody else that's followed that I haven't said thank you to because I was pointing down, thank you. I appreciate everybody tonight. All right, we're going to take our pliers. This is opened jump ring. It's an 8mm jump ring. And now we're going to just put on all of our beads. And it's going to be the focal bead, accent bead, focal bead, accent bead. Just keep repeating the pattern until we get all the beads that we had on our, that we made up on our mat on the jump ring. See, I told you if you don't switch it, did you see that one just pop off? They will fall off. So you just got to hold it at an angle and then start doing that. But when I hold it at an angle, it is really hard for me to see. So there they all are on there. This is our earring wire that has that small jump ring on there already. And we're just going to loop that on to the 8mm jump ring and then close it up. And we have our earring. It's a cluster. See, and when you're wearing it this way, you see, you do not see that circle. Whereas this one, without having that jump ring on there, that little jump ring, do you see how you see the circle? That's the difference of the look of what you're going to see from the front. Let me see if I can get you what you're going to see from the side. So from the side, you're going to see the circle when you've got the little jump ring. And on the side where you don't, you're not going to see it. You're getting the opposite effect just by adding that one little jump ring. So there is this pair. And I really, yeah, both of them are really cool. It really truly comes down to your preference of what you want when you're creating, what you want to do. And that's why I wanted to tell you about that little jump ring. Can change it just a little bit. But I do have to say, I know I made both of these with those resin beads that we got in yesterday because I thought they were really cool. These are smaller than I thought they were going to be, but I think these are really cool beads. They will be, I am putting them up and getting them ready for tomorrow night's bead sale. So I have like 5 or 6 different colors. One package I only got one of. There's only 100 beads in a package, so there'll be anywhere from 100, and one of them I had 300. So there'll be between 1 and 300 beads available of each one of those, just to let you know. Except for the 2 that I made earrings out of, they will have 10 less. So just to let you know. Because, you know, I had to use them. I love them. I'm like thinking about just buying some for me to make jewelry with for my stuff that I sell. Because I don't know why I love these beads. And I'm not a resin person for beads, just to let y'all know. I think they're cool though. But then remember, I did make them, that same earring, with glass pearls. So you get totally different look. So you get to decide what beads you like. So right now for tomorrow night, I do have 60 items available for sale. We will do jewelry sale at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So I will have things that are out on the website. So we call that, when we do that, we call that review jewelry day, because we're reviewing items that I have out on the website. So that's what we're going to be doing at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And then 8 p.m. is when I will do the bead sale. And So yes, so that's the times. Saturday at 11, we're going to be doing a chat day. I've already figured out the schedule for next week. I took some time and thought I'm just going to do it ahead of schedule. I can't remember off the top of my head what days everything is. I just know the tutorial that I will be doing on my TikTok channel and here on YouTube. I'm going to make some earrings out of, sorry, I got the hiccups all of a sudden, out of the suede strips. So we'll be doing those. And I think it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Wednesday that we're going to be doing that. We will be doing our bead sale on Tuesday, jewelry sale in the afternoon and in the evening Friday. And then I will be joining, and if you guys just saw, Zuli did join us. So you'll see Zuli Bella Boutique. And I don't pronounce it the way she does, so I'm sorry, Zuli. She is doing a workshop next Saturday, and it goes from, is it 9:30 to 6 Eastern time, Zuli? Did I get the times right? She will be doing a workshop. Her workshops are, we have different creators come on and teach throughout the day. We each have an hour-long segment throughout the day, and there's a half an hour between. And we literally will have dance time in between, so you can stay on for as long as you want while they're going on. And so if you guys want to follow Zuli, she will throughout the week remind us that we're having that and that type of thing. But it's a great place that once a month she has classes for us to learn from, and it's other creators that come onto her live to do it. So there will be different people throughout. We all have different experience levels, but we all want to show what we know and teach others what we've learned. I will be doing one of her hour-long sessions, and what I decided, it took me a while to figure this out, what I was going to do. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about setting goals for the year and how you can take and convert those into monthly goals and into daily goals to make things in a smaller chunk so that you're able to do it. If you take that year-long goal and just look at that, it becomes overwhelming. And so what I really want us to take away from this hour that I will be on is how to break it down so that you can each day, or so many days a month, and in a month, break it down and obtain your goals throughout the year and make those so that it's not overwhelming. And like look at what different types of goals, we think about setting and how to do that. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm so excited. I really do appreciate that Zuli does put this on and teach, and have other people come on, because that is one thing to everybody who is new here. This is our community. It isn't just one of us that runs it. It is all of us together. You will become a part of our community where we all go to each other's lives if we want to go live. So there's some of us that don't want to go live, and that's fine. But we support each other in every way. Like here on mine, I say if you guys can like and share, I'm ecstatic. Commenting helps out too. So if you're on someone's live and that's what you want to do, we appreciate it. Zuli will have once a month where she will have creators come on, and we are going to be able to sell some of the things that we've made. And so she's offering that up at different times. You'll see if you follow her, she will have information to do the call out to do that. She does the call out to teach, and literally it's great that we can all help out and do that and share. So we all do it together. So that is what we're all about here, is really 100% trying to just support each other and be positive. And let me tell you, sometimes we get to laughing so hard. It's great. Even though I can't hear you guys laughing, I can imagine your laughs. So yes, so that's what we're all about. And like I say in all of my lives, literally, if you guys have questions, you're allowed to ask them here type scenario. I have chat nights twice a week to help you out. We all are in this together if we're running our small businesses, and we want to share what worked for us and what didn't. And maybe someone else can offer advice to help us out because they might have been in that boat and figured it out. So when we have chat nights, it's literally, you guys can ask any types of questions and we're all here to help answer it. We just ask that it be a positive community. That's the only thing that we're on. And we include everybody. You will see everybody in here. We're not just like, it's just the small group. It's everybody's welcomed. I don't know what else anybody else wants to say on it, but that's what I wanted to say to everybody who is new. And I don't know why this week I have had a lot of new people coming in, so that's why I wanted to explain it. Also want to explain, if you want to ever see my schedule of when I'm going to go live on my different social medias, if you go to that CJS logo at the top, CJS logo at the bottom, you get to my bio. In my bio, there is a hyperlink that says Linktree. Tap on it. If you go down and find my Facebook page and follow me there, I put out what my weekly schedule is there. That is the only place that I know that I can put it where we can do it. Giant, you're cracking me up. So when we do bead sales lately, it's been a big, huge, like trying to figure out how to do it. Tomorrow night, we're going to do it like we've done it in the past, where first comment goes, there's nothing on it. Next Tuesday night is going to be the first night that we will end up, we'll end up putting limits on things. I'd already started doing the beads for, or the items for tomorrow night. So I'm not being able to implement it tomorrow night, but next Tuesday, I'll explain more about why we were putting the limits in place, when we will have them, and when they will be removed. So it is so that everybody has a chance to get beads. I do not put my beads out on my website because I cannot take pictures of them. I suck at taking pictures. So that is why we do them on TikTok only. It is the only social media that I do the bead sales on is TikTok. So you guys come here. Hey, we got to the 40K. Woohoo! All right, I'll grab a piece of paper. We'll put down a number. And we'll do another piece of jewelry. And because of the way I do it, that's why we only do them on TikTok. So we are going to do a number. Let me write it down before I tell you the range. Okay, I've never done this number before. It's going to be a number between 51 and 100. I think we've had a great day. And I've had a fun day today. Making these earrings was fun for me. All right, Diane, you got it off the bat. It was 99. Diane, you did it. Whoop, whoop. Just make sure you go and fill out the address information that's in my bio in that hyperlink so that I can mail them to you. All right, let's see what I can get here. All right, I have two different bracelets in here. Which one? Let's do this one. All right, Diane, we're going to do this bracelet here. It's got that turquoise glass bead. And then we have a blue, it's a really dark blue rondelle with silver plated. And this one is a size small for you. Oh, man. So yeah, so we got that for you. Oh, God, I'm glad you like it. So put that in there. All right. Well, I usually only go live for about an hour. We've been a little bit over an hour. You're very, very welcome. And so I'm going to get going. I'm going to actually go spend some time with my husband tonight. So we had dinner out. We had date night dinner before going live. And now we're going to go and spend some time watching TV. So everybody, you guys all have a great night. We'll see you back 4 p.m. jewelry, 8 p.m. beads. Bye, everybody.